you remember specifically about your interview day?
We walk in and there are other people there that are just as excited as you are, ready to become a Delta Flight Attendant and excited for the challenge of the day. And then they've got different stations and different people that they're going to have you meet with. But one of the really most impactful things was being able to be interviewed by a flight attendant. That was so awesome. It's impactful because when I've had other jobs, you usually meet with someone that's in HR or talent or that sort of thing. But actually meeting with someone who could be my future colleague, it was a bit of a different experience. They got to explain the job to me. I got to ask them questions they asked me. And so we were both sort of interviewing one another to say, hey, do I want to work with you? That felt so special because I knew that if we made that connection, I could make those connections with my fellow colleagues. So I really appreciated that experience.
So what advice do you have for someone who gets invited to be a part of Delta's Flight Attendant Hiring Day?
Oh, wow. Definitely be yourself. Be confident. You know, Delta chose you to come here, so that should give you a little bit of a confidence boost. They saw something special there. Come ready to represent the company, represent its core values. You know, you care about honesty, integrity, respect. You are able to persevere and you have that servant leadership in you. And of course, you always keep safety at the heart of everything that you do. And kind of outside of the core values, that you care about the community, that you care about the environment, that you're here to show your best, but you also belong to something bigger than yourself.
What about you?
Do your research.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information that's out there, but make sure you understand the culture of Delta. Look at different videos and things that are out there and learn more about the company itself. I think it's so important to know so that you can say why you want to be a part of Delta's brand. Do you know what the culture is? Do you know
what makes us special? Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. What makes us special and why do you want to join the culture?
Yeah, I remember some of the exercises being really fun, actually, like the cart exercise. I don't know if you guys had to when you interviewed.
So it's not just a boring, basic face-to-face interview with one person. There's exercises and you get to learn a lot about teamwork and meeting a lot of other people who are applying for the job. So I think all three of us have different training experiences. So I started 13 years ago, so mine was a little bit different than yours and different than yours as well. Give me some idea of what your training experience was like.
It's challenging, it's exciting, it's rewarding, and it's very well organized. It's definitely planned in a way to set you up for success. I remember feeling very tired and overstimulated, but it all paying off at the end. You graduate ready to be a security officer, a medical professional, a great customer service rep, and like a Delta brand ambassador all in one.
I think one of the best things about Delta's training versus some of the other airlines is that you actually get paid during training.
From day one, yeah.
From day one, absolutely. I mean, that's a big deal because you still have responsibilities outside of training. And so having that, they also provide where you're going to stay and all those sorts of things, transportation to and from the training center, and all the tools and resources that you need to be successful.
I love being at the hotel. I mean, you're with your training class, you're having study groups after you get out of training. It's definitely, you're being thrown into your Delta family really quick.
You really do become a family with your classmates, and those are people that you'll know for the entirety of your career. What are some of the things that were most memorable to you about your training?
Delta is so focused on safety, not just for the customers, but for ourselves. And the reason that is because you want to make sure that you get people to and from where they're going in a very comfortable and safe environment. And so just using some of those things and learning those keys and bringing those into my life, things like that you learn from the training center, but it's so definitely worth it.
It's so worth it. This is such a fun job and it just gets more and more fun every day.